DTZ Entertainment presents
Coffee Bar Stories with your hosts,
Dad,
Son,
and Bubba. Now let's get to the fun.
Pick my crack house. Man, that's my pot.
Hey, Johnny, you're supposed to start the show, you know, right? They played the theme song already.
I'm a little busy, Hank. It's already crack-a-clack, and now I'm late.
Oh, for the love of... Alrighty. Welcome one and all to a special episode of Pimp My Crack House. In today's episode, we're going to be helping out the local community center and speaking to a few of the kids there. It seems they're heading down a rough path and they want our good friend Johnny over there to set them straight.
Damn right. I'm gonna teach them little shit good. They're gonna know all about crack when I'm done with them.
Dude, what the fuck? I think that's the exact opposite of what you need to do.
I'm reading the paper now. I know what to do.
yeah, that looks like an herbs meth world ad to me.
Anyway, it seems that the Sloan Creek Community Center wants me to scare some kids straight on crack. And I'll tell you what, they chose the right guy for this. I'm done so much crack, tried all the good shit, and I know where to avoid all the bad shit. So this is gonna be easy as pie. Before we end up going into the community center, I'm gonna remind you of the 3 S's of being a crackhead. You're gonna steal anything that's nailed down. The crack doesn't pay for itself. You're gonna smoke the crack and get high as fuck. And finally, you're gonna scratch those bugs away. The fucking things, man, they're everywhere.
God damn it, Johnny. Let's just get in there. We're already late.
Oh, look at the time. It's time to perform the second S now of being a crackhead.
Hello there, guys. You seem to be a little late, but that's alright. The kids are waiting for you down the hall. Now, these kids are going down a really rough path in life, but that doesn't mean they're not redeemable, you know? So, I believe after you talk to them, they'll finally see the way of their actions. Seriously.
Oh, absolutely. I'll teach them little shits. I mean, children are good and plenty. They're gonna be geniuses after I'm done.
You said down the hall over here, ma'am, right? Alright, guys. Let's go. We're already late.
Alright, listen up, you little shits. I'm gonna teach you shits all about crack. After all, they don't call me Johnny Crack Pipe for nothing.
Johnny, I seriously think you misread all of this.
Everyone, this is Hank. Hank is a fuck up. After all, working for me, he had fucked up somewhere. I know it's somewhere. Give me a second. Nothing there. That's my wand. Fuck yeah! Here it is. Feast your eyes on this. See a captive audience. This beauty here is called crack cocaine, or as I and everyone else I like to call it, crack. The best way to get this so fun substance into your bloodstream is by smoking it. Remember, whatever you smoke crack, it becomes crack cocaine.
Johnny, stop.
Hank, you don't smoke crack, remember? Anyway, kids, when you take a hit into your lungs, you're gonna sure have to blow it out. Can't put more crack smoke in your lungs when you ain't full. Now, inner point of smoking a crack is so you can get high as fuck. Who wants to give it a try?
Johnny, we can't give crack to kids. What the fuck?
Hank, I'm trying to do a show here. Go sit in the hallway. Tim, you're the new cameraman.
Alright. But I mean, Johnny, Hank does have a point. We can't give crack to kids.
Alright, kids. Now, before you hit this, you're gonna make sure that you use a lighter to torch that shit. What is that sound?
Alright, dirtbag, on the ground. Just what in the living fuck do you think you're doing? Are you smoking crack in my community center? And trying to hook these poor young kids of Sloan Creek on crack too? Get the fuck out of here. I'll personally kick your ass.
Oh shit. And just like that, it looks like we're gonna have to end the show. Hank, book it!
I fucking told you that you completely misunderstood the assignment. God damn it, Johnny, what the fuck is wrong with you?
No time for that right now, Hank. Run! This dude's pissed. Tim, sacrifice yourself for us.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. Screw that. Fuck this camera.
The exit is this way, let's get...
And stay out! All three of you have a lifetime ban. You come here again and we'll throw your asses in jail for trespassing.
What the fuck, Johnny? I pick my nephew up from here on the weekends. How am I gonna explain this to my sister?
That's not my problem. Hank, grab the other camera. We gotta go and record this outro.
Fuck yeah, let's just get this done and over with. I need a fucking drink.
Well, all of our Pimp My Crack House viewers, today was certainly a treat. Not only did I teach little shits about crack.
You were supposed to scare them away from crack.
Hank, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to do an outro. Not only did I teach them little shits about crack, we even ran from security. I say today was pretty cool for this Pimp My Crack House special. So with that, I'm Johnny Crackpipe, and this has been Pimp My Crack House. Oh, time for two dad jokes. How do celebrities stay cool? They have many fans. What's Forrest Gump's Facebook password? 141. DTZ Podcast Network. It's time for your comedy block. Up first, we have the pilot episode of The Adventures of Little Buckley. DTZ Podcast Network presents
The Adventures of Little Buckley, a 5-year-old scamp that walks around town, meeting people and asking lots of questions. So let's meet Little Buckley as he walks to the Crackjack Pharmacy for candy.
Walking to the store for some candy. For some candy, I go to the store for some candy. La la, here's the store, Crackjack spot. Crackjack's for my Crackjack's drugstore. Hi, Mr. Manager, sir.
Well, hey there, young fellow. You here alone?
Yep, need candy.
You're here alone and you want candy? Well, do you have money for this candy?
Yep, see?
Oh, wow, okay. Well, my name is Phil, and how can I help you, young man?
I want candy. Gummy candies, chocolate candy, sweet candies, and candy, Mr. Bill.
I see. This way, follow good old manager Phil here to pick out the ultimate candy section. Just point and pick.
Oh, thank you, Manager Bill.
Okay. Here we go, champ. Go ahead and start picking.
I want that. Oh, that one there. This one over here. Oh, this one, then this one, and this one, and...
Alright, that's it.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Manager Bill. You're really nice, Manager Bill. See you later. Bye, Bill.
That little shit. You know what? Fuck the Jerry show. Calling me Bill. Fucking Bill? It's Phil! It's motherfucking Phil! P-H-I-L, Phil! It's Phil.
This has been a DTZ Podcast Network presentation of
The Little Buckley.
Tune in next time.
Hi, I'm a scientist here at Sloan Court Pharmaceuticals. I would like to talk to the guys for a moment. Okay, dudes, have you ever had sore testicles or felt your testicles were too full? How about your nutsack feeling stretched from your heavy nuts? Well then, you have what we scientists like to call blue balls. That's right, blue balls. But not to worry. We come up with a special formulated cream to help with the epidemic of blue balls. All you have to do is use a generous amount of the cream and rub it into the nutsack and penis. Now, do this vigorously until the cream is completely rubbed in, and then you'll feel some relief from your blue balls. Repeat as often as needed. So, go to your local pharmacy and pick up a tube of Balls Blue Cream in the men's personal hygiene aisle. Wait, good news! Balls Blue Cream now has a secret warming agent in it. Look for the new Balls Blue Warming Cream. It will gently warm those cold balls right up.
Notice, exercise caution. Some body fluids may manifest. Balls Blue Cream is another quality product of the Sloan Court Pharmaceuticals. Obey.
Sloan Court. That was interesting. I'm looking forward to more episodes. Now it's time for the smash hit, the Scammix.
Last time on the Scammix, Peter and Bob asked Repo Rick about help with getting rid of the flood cars. We joined Bob in the showroom of the dealership.
Well, I'll be damned. Reaper Rick got the fucking Rolls Royce. Peter? Hey, Peter.
Yeah, Bob, what?
Get out here. Repo Rick's here with the Rolls Royce.
Oh, shit. I'm coming. Fuck yeah.
Whoa! Here's the guys where you want it.
Great job, Repo and Trevor. Go ahead and take it around to door number 5. Go on in. We'll meet you there.
You got it. Hang on, Trevor. Repo Rick, baby!
Any problems with getting the cars, guys?
Nothing we couldn't handle. You want us to unload it?
Nah, I'll take a look at it on the truck. Hey, Trevor, open the trunk for me.
I sure can. Say, where's Bob?
Bob's taking his morning shit. He'll be out shortly. Ugh, man, maybe I should have had you unload it.
Here, take my hand.
Thanks. Well, good. It's here. Hey, Repo, Trevor, let's go to Bob's office. I'll explain about the big repo and the bag here. Alright, guys. In this bag is a sweet deal that I worked out with a guy of mine. So, being a good friend to me and Bob, you all get to enjoy my deal. I have some cash for you. Hey Bob, I was just filling them in now. So Repo Rick and Trevor, here's your payment. This is $50,000.
Holy Holy shit! In cash? Fuck, Trevor, this is our biggest payday yet! Damn, we're good!
Yes, you guys are. Here, Bob, put the bag away.
Oh, Peter, I think I got a way to get rid of some of those junk cars. A guy I went to high school with is opening a used car lot. He's in need of cars desperately.
Well, well, well. Good thing you know somebody with some cars for sale.
Let's pick out the 50 best cars if possible. We'll all set up the deal, and pound delivery, we get paid.
Hey guys, I can vouch for that. I'll set up the trucks for the delivery.
Shit, Trevor, that sounds like a deal.
Let's get started.
You heard him, Trevor. Me and you will deal with the cars and trucks. Repo and Bob, you two get the deal finalized. Come on, Trevor, let's go.
Repo rig, baby! Woo!
Okay, folks. Tune in next time to see if the deal goes through without any problems. Or if it will fail. Who knows? This has been The Scamix.
Are y'all hornier than a 3-pack of Billy Goat? Having a consistent chubby? Let's face it, y'all need to get laid. There's good news. Horny Jack's Strip Club and Buffet just finished the addition of 10 more party rooms. They are celebrating its completion with half off the 15-minute rooms for its grand opening. See, Horny Jacks believes everyone deserves a turn without a long wait. And if them who say 15 minutes is not long enough, I say, hey, you're not here to find love or a relationship, just to get off and get the fuck out. I'm telling y'all folks, hurry down to take advantage of the half-off deal on the new party rooms. You will thank me. Horny Jack Strip Club also wants to remind you that every Wednesday is still kids eat free at the buffet. So grab your little tykes on Wednesday and come on in. Hope to see you there. Horny Jack Strip Club and Buffet is also sponsored by
Longcore. Them Scamix are something else, I'm telling you. Now, that concludes the DTZ Podcast Network Comedy Block.
And welcome to Coffee Bar Conversations. We're here with Ranger today. How you doing, buddy?
Howdy, I'm doing alright. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Me and Dad today, we're gonna do a little interview style thing here for the segment. We're gonna basically we're gonna ask you questions about like what you do for a living and whatnot.
All right.
So
Yeah, that was my big thing. I was, from what you said, what you're doing for a living at the moment, I was like, man, that's some cool shit. I'd like to know about it. And I figured, well, what the hell? Because we do interviews every now and then, and we
Yeah.
do have that advertised on our stuff. So I figure we should at
know,
least don't look like some fugazis.
yeah, we got to
We'll
get
put
our
one
season
together.
3's interview quota in.
Yeah. So, okay. So basically now everybody's like, what the hell is this guy doing? Okay. Go ahead and let us know, like, what it is, what your job is, and then your title of your job, basically.
So, I am a high-rise window cleaner. That is both job and title. The job is just window cleaner, but then title would be high-rise. Yeah, I hang from the roof of buildings and rappel, I guess, sort of, while sitting in a plank of wood, I guess. Down 22 stories.
So basically, see, that's the thing that I was like, wait a minute. Okay, when
Yeah,
you
that's
said window
wild.
cleaner, yeah. See, when he, when you said window cleaner, I'm thinking, oh, okay, the guys with the bucket.
Yeah,
and
go
some
around to
of-
storefronts
Just-
and whatnot,
yeah,
like
you
local
know.
stores cleaning their windows.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I've
Yeah.
seen them numerous times when I worked at fast food.
And
Right,
and that's
yeah.
that's what I started out doing.
and stuff. And then when you said, see that, but when you said high rise. I was like, wait,
What?
this guy, and I'm visioning, you've seen it in movies where the scaffolding across and they're up,
Oh yeah, no,
in
absolutely.
comedies or whatnot. But I'm like, man,
Yeah,
that's got to be
yeah,
something.
no,
I was like, I gotta ask about that.
I haven't done any of the stage work, so
Yes, well-
I'm still iffy on that because I've heard some pretty bad stories regarding those. So,
Oh man.
but for what I do use, it's as safe as you make it. So,
Oh, that's pretty cool.
My biggest thing is I'm terrified of heights, so I would be shitting bricks the entire time up there. It's probably an amazing view, but I mean, damn.
yep,
Yeah. Well, like how did you find a job first? So.
So my uncle actually owns a window cleaning business down in Texas. I worked there when I used to live down there, which I believe I said in the first episode.
Oh, probably.
on in
Yeah, the
season
first one
one.
we had you on. The very first episode we had you on.
Yeah, and so I started out down there doing what you said, going around with a bucket, hitting storefronts, and it was the same places almost every week for us, and they call that route work,
Yeah.
which I didn't learn until after getting the job I'm currently in. And so down there it was great because it was super easy. We clocked in, I guess. We had to be at the shop by 7 in the morning.
Ooh.
But we didn't typically leave until like 8. So we just sat around for an hour doing jack shit. It was great. So my brother and I would just be sitting there playing a game together on our phones, just chilling.
Yeah.
And then we'd head out in the van. And the weirdest one to do on the route was like every other week we would do the inside of this art museum. And the first time we did it, we did inside and outside. Second time we did it, it was only the insides. So I
You
was
think
like,
someone screwed up on the outside and they're like, all right, inside.
it
only."
was during COVID.
Oh,
It was at the
okay.
very start of COVID. So before COVID, we did both inside and outside, and then for some reason we only did the inside after COVID hit, and we were like, why are we not doing the outside? And they're like, because it'll get dirty again. So we're
I mean, the
like,
same goes for the
okay,
inside,
then."
but-
Right. They're like, it'll get dirtier faster out there than it will in here. Like, fair enough.
All right.
But that's not true.
What was the first day, like your very first day, like doing this?
So, funnily enough, when I went in for the interview there, my manager was like, sorry.
No, it's all good.
He expressed how grateful he was to have someone with prior experience applying to the job in the first place. And then on my first day, it was me and one other dude. And he was like, all right, I'll show you guys how to clean a window now, blah, blah, blah. And he goes and cleans the window at the shop. And he goes, all right, now you guys give it a go. And so I go and I clean the window, and he's like, all right, wow, that's as good as you're going to get for your first try. I must be a really good teacher. And I was like, or the fact that I have prior experience. He was like, oh, yeah, you do have that, don't you? I was like, yes. Yes, I do.
That was the whole thing you were telling me. It's like how you were so excited about I had prior
Exactly. That was a week ago.
Oh, he really forgot.
Yeah.
That was in one ear, out the other.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now you know what to expect when you ask for a raise, and he says yeah, and you'll see right away.
Right. But the other manager, because he's the, like, I think the in-office supervisor. I don't know what his actual title is.
Yeah.
And then we have the quote-unquote in-field supervisor. And my, I think, second day on the job, we were doing the windows at this steel workers, like, place. It wasn't like a steel smith, but they were doing all kinds of weird stuff with it, sculptures and all kinds of. I don't remember what the name is. I can't think of it. But he was like, all right, I'm going to come out there. That morning before we left the shop, he was telling us, I'm going to come out there later on, show you guys how it goes, how to use a pole, blah, blah, blah. and all that. And we're like, okay. And he comes out there, and he works with the dude I started with and a guy that started a week before us. He started with my other coworker with hand highs, and the guy who started a week before us, he was teaching him how to use the long pole. And by the time he got to me, I was cleaning the window and cleaning off the seal of the window, and he just says, yeah, I can tell someone has prior experience when they clean the sill of a window. I was like, that's just how I was taught. And he was like, okay, good, and left. And then a little bit later was telling me, sorry that, I didn't get to work with you too much. And but he goes, but it seems like you know what you're doing. I was like, yeah, I do. He was like, okay, good, and just left. And I was like, okay. He didn't show me anything. He just saw me clean one window and was like, yep, he knows what he's doing.
He's like, this man's got it. All right. That's always good to hear.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, he kept stumbling across it.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
But two different people. The one who didn't know that I had prior experience until I got hired, and then the one who saw that I had prior experience when I applied.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And that was great because that was the only job where I've applied and gotten a response by the end of that night.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
I mean, it was like almost immediate. I was like, well, damn, and I had an interview like 2 days later. I was like, well, shit, let's go.
Yeah.
And then a week after that I started. I think I did a week and a half because I started on a Wednesday. I don't know why I wanted those extra 2 days, but I did.
So, like now that you're doing the windows on the skyscraper, what is the stuff that you're actually using? So, because you said you're not doing the scaffold, so what is it exactly that you use?
So I use primarily a 600, or a lot of people use 1 to 2 300-foot ropes, but I use a 600-foot rope. Basically, a plank of wood with some, clips drilled into them. And it's got a strap to support it, and it comes up, and you have a D-ring that it's clipped onto. And then we've got our genie tube, which is what allows us to go down the rope. And we've got our harness and our suction cup. And then mop and squeegee. And can't forget the bucket.
Can't forget the bucket.
Can't forget the bucket.
You also can't drop the bucket.
No.
Do not drop the bucket.
So
it looks like a sunflower.
You're like talking like the old school 1930 shit.
A little more.
But I mean,
was back
with
then, but-
technology of today.
Oh,
but
absolutely.
I mean, man,
not much has changed.
Besides the like. Okay.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Aside from better straps, better ropes, and a better harness, better safety in general, not much has really changed in the field.
Yeah. Now, is there days that like you can't do it besides read no rain, but like on too windy of a day or anything like that?
Yep. Our manager would like us to try to do 17 miles per hour or less. Anything like if it hits 17, he's like, yeah, go ahead and stop. Like, don't even try that. But if it's anything below that, we typically, as a whole, everyone doesn't go past 15. If it's 15-mile-an-hour winds, we don't mess with it.
Okay.
Because I mean, it could have your rope, it should be vertical, from where you throw it over the roof to the ground. They'll have it at a like 45-degree angle down the side of the building.
Oh
Just,
gosh.
Oh yeah.
just waving.
Oh yeah, you can't do that. That's that's way dangerous.
No, that's insane. So doing that, there has to be some things that that scare you. Is there anything that's been the scariest thing that's ever happened on your job?
Not necessarily to you, even like
Like to
something
anyone,
like
just
you've seen and it's
anything.
like, oh shit.
So to me, just the wind, strong gust of wind, or what, the scariest thing that has actually happened to me is when the suction cup comes loose from the window so we sometimes drop down overhangs.
Yeah.
So we got to swing in and then suction cup to that window. Sometimes that suction cup doesn't hold on, and it
gosh.
pops off the window, and then, you're middle of cleaning the window, and all of a sudden you're swinging back,
Oh no.
and yeah, it's startling to say the least.
I bet, man.
It's one of those instinctual. You're hugging the straps of the chair that you're sitting in.
Okay, absolutely. I would have already had a few pounds of poop in my pants.
Oh, yeah, it definitely a light lunch on the first few days for sure.
Oh, absolutely. How about what's the fun things about the job? Or fun things on the job?
Just, I would say the sights that you see up that high, and probably, as contradictory as it is to say, the wind is also fun at times, because it allows for a little bit more swing at times, which is for some of the buildings, it helps.
Use it to your advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
It allows, I guess, for more hang time during your swing, depending on how the wind is blowing. So that can affect how you're swinging, and it makes a window easier or harder to clean.
Now, I have a question, and it's one that we don't really have written down. Like when you rappel down, what's stopping you from accidentally breaking the window?
So we're not like kicking off as hard as we can, and we're not trying to break through the window.
Well, yeah.
The window can hold a surprising amount of force, and so as long as we don't land in the center of the window, that's where its weakest point is.
Okay.
'Cause everything's like sealed around the side, so it's a little bit more in place, but the center has no support. It's the weakest point. That's also where we're not like supposed to put our suction cup. 'Cause
Okay.
then
Yeah.
even sometimes just releasing the suction cup will break the window.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
Okay, because
I can see it though. I see how it is. That would be the weakest point. It's in the middle of the fucking window.
There are some buildings where our boss will leave notes for like on the drop map for us, which is just a numbered perimeter of the building, and we mark down, we did drop number this, number that, number this,
Okay.
so he knows what windows are and aren't done per day. And he had a note on one of the buildings that I did a few weeks ago that said no suction cup, because they were really thin old pieces of glass
okay.
and just small squares.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, this is like, I'll do all three of these are fine. It's easy. We were doing Versa work, so it's a beam that looks like a V.
Oh.
It's weighted at the back end, and it's just a fulcrum point, and you hang up just a little bit over here, and that's where your ropes go down.
Okay.
And it allows you're just like right along the edge of the building. And,
okay.
And yeah, so that was easy. That was fun because it was just a little bit of swing. Got to use a 6-inch squeegee, which is that big. It's tiny, especially compared to the 18-inch or the 22-inch ones that we have. So
Yeah, could you imagine using an 8-inch on those windows?
Oh yeah.
Take them an hour to get through a window.
I would never. The sun or even the wind would dry it up way too quick.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and also at those 15-mile-an-hour winds, that's 15 miles an hour at the bottom. It gets faster at the top.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Oh, that's what I figured. I was like, oh man.
Yeah, it's whipping sometimes up there, and we're like, yeah, we'll just step out on the roof. We're like, yeah, no, turn around.
What's the tallest building you've had to clean?
It would be a hotel, and it was 22 stories.
Oh shit.
It was 21, and then we had to go up a flight of stairs to get outside onto the roof. So technically 22.
Okay.
but stories are different. The stories of a building are different heights per building.
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly how high it was, but our company does another building nearby that is 37 stories.
Oh.
I've got a few pictures of me just looking straight down of the 22 stories, and then straight across you can see the building with 37 stories, and the top of it isn't even in frame.
Oh boy.
And then I've got another one just looking up so you can see the top.
Okay. Yeah, definitely not a job for me.
That 37-story building, they use 2 600 ropes.
Oh, I believe it.
One for your main line and one for your safety. And yeah, and even then it doesn't reach the bottom all the way. It's still a good 20 feet off the ground.
Oh, man.
But the ropes are stretchy.
Okay.
They stretch to an extent. They're not like elastic, but they stretch to an extent as long as there's tension on them. So it's about a foot per story that you go down. So you have enough stretch by the end of it that you're safely touching the ground. So it's nothing like that.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, no kidding. Just
Yep.
at 20, you're done.
Yeah, usually we wrap the rope 2.5 times around, and then we lock off. But because you're so high up, the longer the rope is, the heavier it is to lift up.
Mm-hmm.
So because of that, and also the more tension there is on the rope, so that's already a lot of tension just from the weight of the rope.
Yeah.
And then because of that, it will move slower through the genie tube, but it's still too fast to be able to like stop it if you can't lift up enough rope to lock off. So they wrap 3.5 times around, and they just don't lock off, and they just sit there, and they gotta just feed it through the whole way down.
Oh boy. That does not seem safe. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yep, but to them it is. I haven't done it yet. I might eventually, but I don't know.
Is it like like they have like you bid for the position type of thing, or is it like you just get chosen to do which types of buildings?
For the most part, he'll put the more experienced people on the more difficult buildings.
Okay, that makes sense.
But as that goes, he'll ask sometimes for certain buildings. So
Okay.
like the 37 story he asked in the group chat that we have on our phones, and he just asked, is there anyone that's interested who wants to do this building? If you want to volunteer, I'll put you on it. If you don't say anything, I'll take it as you don't want to. I was like, yeah, not yet.
Yeah, absolutely
Not yet.
no. Not this time.
So how long you been on the job?
Little over a year.
A little over a year?
Yep. A year and a half next month.
Nice.
It will actually be a year since the beginning of next month will be a year since I started doing high rise.
Oh,
Nice. There you go. Is there any chance for advancement?
Not very much. The highest you can go really is from doing ground stuff to doing high rise.
Okay.
High rise gets raises. We cap out at 25 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Ground is stuck at 16 right now.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. Unless you're a crew lead, then you get paid a little bit more. That's undisclosed.
Yeah, obviously they love to do that.
Yeah. I mean, it's they could, but they don't want to jeopardize their job, so they don't. Which I don't blame them.
Oh yeah, a lot of places don't want discussion about
Yeah.
pay for the fact that you get a lot of hurt people. It happens in my work all the time. They're constantly got to correct things. It's a nightmare. So, what is your favorite podcast? Is it Coffee Bar Stories or what?
Coffee Bar Stories is definitely one of my favorites. But my number one favorite, I'd have to say, would probably be one with 3 YouTubers.
Well, I won't complain about being number 2.
Yeah, no.
I'm usually in last place in everything else I do in life, so I mean, coming in second, that's a goal. I'll take that. That's a B.
Ain't it? See if,
B plus.
so I guess the B suggests to show that to friends.
Yeah, would you?
I would.
Absolutely. I'm going to need you to say that clearly into the microphone for the listeners at home.
I would. I tried already to one, but his newborn child got in the way.
Also, I want you to tell the viewers that we are not forcing you to make that statement.
I plead the fifth.
Anyway, we're just kidding here. I don't know if I have any other questions for him.
No, he answered everything. I get it. That's, you know, that's one hell of a job. I'll tell you what.
Oh, absolutely.
Some of the one of the more interesting things, aside from the Versa beam that I talked about, we also do roller work, which is all 3 of them. You're still hanging from ropes, hanging from sitting in the chair. But roller work are these 2 really heavy beams. I couldn't tell you how heavy, but they're heavy because they're really long.
Yeah.
And then 2 sets of wheels and 2 75-pound weights, and a bunch of nuts and bolts.
Okay.
And we hook off to the end of it. It's weighted at the back. Got 2 wheels. You sit in the chair, and the other person stands on the roof and just pushes you back and forth from one end of the roof to the other. And it's to wipe out those like flat walled buildings.
Mm-hmm.
You just do row by row all the way across.
Okay.
And just, you gotta shake the rope, let them know at the top, because it hits metal against metal and just dings.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And then he hears the ding, he'll push you, you ding again to stop, clean the window, ding, ding to stop, clean the window, ding, clean the window. When you get to the end, you drop down, you don't ding when you finish the window. You drop down, lock off, clean that window, then you ding, and you go the other direction. Because by then he should know you're at the edge of the building. If he pushes you off the side, he wasn't your friend or coworker.
Is that like a joke they have?
No.
Oh, that's just advice. That's just advice from Ranger to you.
Yes. I am not afraid of heights, but I do not trust heights. Being up high with someone I do not trust.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
I like, if I don't know you, I don't trust you not to push me off. Sorry.
No, that's terrifying.
I hate that. I don't know anymore. You see kookiest things in the world, so it is not like it. People, I mean, from losing their balance and falling over themselves and getting hurt, down to some weirdo just picking a day to do something strange. It's crazy out there. That's why I suggest new home protection. Stay home and be protected.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the home protection. Alrighty, well, that was awful interesting. I appreciate you coming in and telling us all about your job and everything.
No, absolutely.
Hell yeah,
and
thanks for
Son
having
here,
me.
This has been one of our
Coffee bar conversations.
So I think we'll end it there. And thank you for listening.
We hope you guys had a really good time.
Catch us next time.
This has been Dad.
This is Son.
And this is Bubba.
You've been listening to the Coffee Bar Stories. Catch us next time in the same coffee bar time, same coffee bar channel.
Oh, hey, you're still here? Cool. Well, you might as well hit that follow button and maybe rate us, I don't know, 5 stars or something on Spotify and leave some comments and don't forget to subscribe. See ya.